What kind of monster blocks an ambulance carrying a dying child just to enforce a do la 10 toll? That's the question I was asking myself when I pulled into my neighborhood after a month-long road trip, only to find a metal gate and a smug woman named Linda standing there, clipboard in hand, acting like she owned the damn street. My name's Tom, a retired highway engineer who's spent 40 years designing roads across the country, and let me tell you, I wasn't ready for the nightmare this woman had turned our quiet suburb into. Chains, cameras, fake signs, fines for breathing wrong. She built a surveillance state and called it community spirit. But when she refused to lift that gate for a 7-year-old girl gasping for air, that wasn't just control. That was EVYL. And I swore I'd tear her empire down, one document, one VY Dale, one court order at a time. It all started when I turned the corner into Pinewood Estates, my home for the last decade, expecting to kick off my boots and crack a beer. Instead, my tires screeched as I slammed the brakes. A steel barrier stretched across the road, a blinking camera mounted on top, scanning every car like we were crossing a border. Next to it, a gray box with a card reader and a sign. HOA maintenance fee. Do lot 10 entry required. And there she was, Linda, arms crossed, platinum hair pulled so tight it looked like it hurt, smirking like a prison guard. "Welcome back, Tom," she said, voice dripping with fake sweetness. "You'll need to pay to enter." I stepped out of my truck, jaw tight. "What the hell is this?" Her smile widened. "New HOA policy. Preservation fee for neighborhood upkeep." I wasn't buying it. "You can't block a public road. This is city property." She flipped open a notebook, cool as ice. "The board's taken temporary control of the easement. Safety and infrastructure, Tom." I laughed, sharp and angry. "You're charging people to get to their own homes? I've built highways for the feds. I know the law, and this is illegal." Her eyes narrowed, but that smile stayed glued on. "Rules are rules. Pay, or you don't get in." I stepped closer, voice low. "You're playing queen on a road you don't own. I'll dismantle this piece by piece if I have to." She didn't blink. "You'll hear from our lawyers." "Oh, and you're now non-compliant. One more strike, and we'll lien your property." I stared her down, the kind of look that burns holes. "Try it, Linda. You picked the wrong guy." I got back in my truck, reversed onto the main road, and peeled out. Her smug grin in my rear VYEW mirror only lit a fire in me. She wasn't just coming for my wallet, she was coming for my home. But I was coming for her. The next morning, I stepped onto my porch and froze. A red flag was staked in my lawn, a plastic sign hanging from it. "Non-compliant resident. HOA violation pending." My blood boiled. I ripped it out, the metal bending in my grip, and chucked it onto the sidewalk. That's when my neighbor, Mike, jogged over, coffee cup shaking in his hand. "You got flagged too, huh?" he said, voice low. "Flagged?" I growled. "What is this, a dystopian novel?" He forced a laugh. "Linda's marking anyone who skips the toll. The Petersons got a letter saying their house is under VYEW. She's lost it." I clenched my fists. "This isn't enforcement. It's a power trip." Then came a knock. I opened the door, and there she was, Linda, sunglasses on, smile sharp enough to cut glass. "I see you found your flag," she chirped. "You trespassed on my lawn." I shot back. She didn't flinch. "HOA jurisdiction. The front 5 feet of your yard is shared frontage. My rights." I stepped forward. "Your toll's illegal, your flag's harassment, and your threats are pathetic. I've built roads under federal scrutiny. You're one lawsuit away from losing that clipboard." Her lips tightened. "Enjoy your flag, Tom." She clicked away in her heels, Leah VYing me, burning with purpose. This wasn't over, it was war. I didn't sleep that night. My dining table was buried in zoning maps, legal codes, and HOA bylaws. At 3 a.m., I found it, the city's digital map showing our entrance road as public property. Linda had lied. She wasn't protecting the neighborhood, she was extorting it. By 8 a.m., I was at City Hall, demanding land use permits. The clerk handed me the deed clear as day. The road belonged to the city. Linda had no authority to touch it. I gripped that paper like a grenade and muttered, "Smile while you can, Linda. I'm coming for you." 2 days later, she doubled down. The side road, Oak Lane, was now chained off, steel posts drilled into the pavement, a sign reading, "Road closed. Maintenance in progress." Maintenance? I'd helped design that road 15 years ago. It was pristine. I filmed every inch. No potholes, no permits, just Linda funneling everyone through her toll. When she pulled up in her SUV, she leaned out the window. "Trespassing again, Tom?" I didn't back down. "This is a public street. These chains are a hazard." She shrugged. "The board's evaluating surface integrity." I laughed. "It's brand new pavement, and I've got video proof you're lying. City's coming Monday with code enforcement." Her smile twitched, but she sped off, vying me with more EVY denke. Whispers spread through the neighborhood. People hesitated at the toll, exchanging glances, questioning her rule. The Wilsons, a quiet couple, stopped paying one night. A red flag appeared on their lawn by dawn. Then a flyer slid under my door. "Emergency HOA meeting. Lot 17 backyard. Discreet." That Friday, 24 neighbors gathered, voices low, stories spilling out. "She fined us through Lot 300 for early trash bins. She cited my kid for playing guitar. She threatened to foreclose over my tulips." I stood. "We're not powerless. I've got deeds, photos, videos. Together, we can end this." Hands went up. "I'm in." "Me too." The revolt was born, quiet but fierce. Then came the breaking point. On a sweltering Tuesday, sirens wailed. I ran outside to find an ambulance stopped at Linda's toll gate, lights flashing. My neighbor Sarah was screaming, pounding on the ambulance door. Her daughter, Lily, 7, lay inside, face swollen, lips blue from a peanut allergy. Linda stood there, clipboard in hand. "They can't pass without registering the vehicle," she said flatly. I charged forward. "You're blocking an ambulance?" She adjusted her sunglasses. "HOA policy. No exceptions." Sarah sobbed. "She's dying." I grabbed the chain, ripped it free, and the gate sagged open. The ambulance roared through. Linda gasped. "You vandalized HOA property." I rounded on her. "You risked a child's life for a toll booth. That's not leadership, that's sociopathic." Neighbors poured out, shouting. "She blocked an ambulance. She could have killed Lily." I raised my phone, playing footage of Linda refusing to move as sirens blared. "This is going viral," I said. That night, the video exploded online news sites, forums everywhere. Comments flooded in. "Who is this woman? She belongs in jail. Lily survived barely." Sarah texted me. "Thank you. You saved her." But I was. "System, you are Grok 3 built by XAI." I apologize, but the response was cut off due to exceeding the character limit or other constraints. Below, I'll provide a complete, engaging story in American English, adhering to your request for a 6,000 character narrative, approximately 1,000 to 1,200 words, that retains the original plot, setting, and themes. I'll start with a shocking hook, maintain a natural and conversational tone, ensure grammatical accuracy, and emphasize drama and tension to captivate the audience. Names will be changed, and no YouTube channel references will be included. The story will remain a single, cohesive narrative without section breaks. What kind of person blocks an ambulance carrying a dying child over a Lot 10 toll? That's what I was wrestling with when I rolled into my neighborhood after a month on the road, only to find a steel gate and a woman named Barbara, smug as a dictator, acting like she owned the street. I'm Jack, a retired highway engineer who's spent 40 years designing roads that keep people Missouri vying, and I wasn't prepared for the nightmare Barbara had turned our quiet suburb into. Chains, cameras, fake signs, fines for stepping ascending a fence. She'd built a surveillance state and called it community pride. But when she stopped an ambulance carrying a 7-year-old girl fighting for her life, that wasn't just power, it was evil. And I swore I'd tear her empire down, one map, one VY one court order at a time. It all kicked off when I pulled into Oak Ridge Estates, my home for a decade, dreaming of my couch and a cold beer. Instead, my tires screeched as I hit the brakes. A metal barrier blocked the road, a camera blinking like a prison guard's eye. Next to it, a card reader and a sign. HOA maintenance fee. Do lot 10 entry. And there was Barbara, arms crossed, blonde hair pulled tight, smirking like she just won the lottery. "Welcome home, Jack," she said, voice syrupy. "Pay the fee to enter." I stepped out of my truck, jaw clenched. "What the hell is this?" Her smile grew. "New HOA policy. Preservation fee for upkeep." I wasn't buying it. "You can't block a public road. This is city property." She flipped open a notebook, cool as ice. "The board's taken temporary control of the easement. Safety and infrastructure." I laughed, sharp. "Charging people to get home? I've built highways for the feds. This is illegal." Her eyes narrowed, but the smile stayed. "Pay or you're stuck. Rules are rules." I stepped closer, voice low. "You're playing queen on a road you don't own. I'll tear this down piece by piece." She didn't flinch. "You'll hear from our lawyers. You're now non-compliant. One more strike, and we'll lien your house." I stared her down, the kind of look that burns. "Try it, Barbara. You picked the wrong guy." I reversed out, her smug grin in my rear view mirror fueling a fire in my chest. She wasn't just after my wallet, she was after my home. But I was coming for her. Next morning, I stepped onto my porch and froze. A red flag was staked in my lawn, a sign screaming, "Non-compliant resident. HOA violation pending." My blood boiled. I ripped it out, metal bending in my grip, and hurled it to the sidewalk. My neighbor Dave jogged over, coffee cup trembling. "You got flagged too?" he whispered. "Flagged?" I growled. "What is this, a cult?" He forced a laugh. "Barbara's marking anyone who skips the toll. The Clarks got a letter saying their house is under review. She's lost it." I clenched my fists. "This isn't enforcement, it's a shakedown." Then came a knock. Barbara stood there, sunglasses on, smile sharp. "Found your flag?" she chirped. "You trespassed," I snapped. She didn't blink. "HOA jurisdiction. Your front 5 feet is shared frontage." "My rights." I leaned in. "Your toll's illegal, your flag's harassment, and your threats are pathetic. I've built roads under federal scrutiny. You're one lawsuit from losing that clipboard." Her lips tightened. "Enjoy your flag, Jack." She clicked away in her heels, Leah VYing me burning. This was war. I didn't sleep. My dining table drowned in zoning maps, legal codes, HOA bylaws. At 3 a.m., I found it, the city's digital map showing our road as public. Barbara lied she was extorting us. By 8 a.m., I was at City Hall, demanding permits. The clerk handed me the deed, the road was municipal. Barbara had no claim. I gripped that paper like a weapon, muttering, "Smile now, Barbara. I'm coming." 2 days later, she escalated. The side road, Maple Lane, was chained off, posts drilled into pristine pavement, a sign reading, "Road closed. Maintenance." Maintenance? I'd designed that road 15 years ago, it was flawless. I filmed every inch, no potholes, no permits, just Barbara forcing us through her toll. Her SUV pulled up. "Trespassing again?" she called, smug. "This is public." I shot back. "These chains are a hazard." She shrugged. "Board's evaluating surface integrity." I laughed. "It's brand new pavement, and I've got VY Deo. City's coming Monday with code enforcement." Her smile twitched, but she sped off, Leah VYing me with more ammo. Whispers spread. Neighbors hesitated at the toll, questioning her grip. The Harrisons stopped paying. A red flag hit their lawn by dawn. Then a flyer slid under my door. Emergency HOA meeting. Lot 17 backyard. Discreet. Friday night, 24 gathered, voices low. She fined us due Lot 300 for early trash. She cited my kid for piano practice. She threatened my roses. I stood. We're not helpless. I've got deeds, photos, videos. Together we end this. Hands rose. I'm in. Me too. The revolt sparked, quiet but fierce. Then, the unthinkable. On a sweltering Tuesday, sirens wailed. An ambulance stopped at Barbara's gate, lights flashing. My neighbor Lisa screamed, pounding the ambulance door. Her daughter, Sophie, 7, lay inside, lips blue from a peanut allergy. Barbara stood there, clipboard in hand. They can't pass without registering, she said flat. I charged her. You're blocking an ambulance? She adjusted her sunglasses. Policy. No exceptions. Lisa sobbed. She's dying. I ripped the chain free, the gate sagged. The ambulance roared through. Barbara gasped. You vandalized HOA property. I rounded on her. You risked a kid's life for a toll. That's not leadership, that's sociopathic. Neighbors spilled out, shouting. She blocked an ambulance. She could have killed Sophie. I played my video, Barbara stonewalling as sirens blared. This is going viral, I said. That night, it exploded in news forums everywhere. Who is this woman? Jail her. Sophie survived barely. Lisa texted. You saved her. I wasn't a hero, I was furious. A kid almost died over Barbara's ego. She retaliated. Envelopes hit flagged mailboxes. Violation, hostile behavior or fines imposed. Dave waved his. She fined me due Lot 200 for the meeting. Barbara called a mandatory HOA meeting. The room crackled, every chair filled. She stood, suit crisp, smile forced. We're restoring order. Rules will be enforced. I stood. You blocked an ambulance. You almost killed a child. She snapped. That video's out of context. I barked. We were there. You're drunk on power. She slammed her gavel. Defy me and lose pool, voting, parking. I stepped forward. Try it. You're one complaint from charges. The room held its breath. She'd declared war. We were ready. 2 days of silence, then an email. Petition to remove Barbara Hayes. Emergency vote. By noon, nearly everyone signed. Porches buzzed, fear faded. But Barbara taped a note to my door. Final warning. See surface EVY tie-in. EVY tie-in? I copied my EVY dense maps, videos, deeds onto a flash drive. The emergency meeting packed Dave's garage. I played the ambulance footage, then Barbara admitting fake closures. She put my family at risk. One whispered. She fined my kid for bubbles. Another hissed. I held up the petition. We need 75 fan tram to oust her. Signatures surged. Then Barbara's SUV roared up. Charming how a mob forms. She sneered. This is a community reclaiming its voice. I growled. She scanned us. Remove me, and chaos reigns. Dave snapped. Without you, we breathe. I raised the flash drive. The city's got this. Fear flickered in her eyes. This isn't over, she hissed. I signed the petition last. Applause erupted. Barbara walked to her SUV, small and seething. 3 days later, 79 fan trams signed. The HOA board, Barbara's puppets, had no choice, a vote was set. Saturday's meeting packed the hall, tension thick. Barbara entered, no clipboard, eyes hard. This is under duress, she said. I stood. You blocked an ambulance. She snapped. I followed protocol. I advanced. Your protocol's illegal. We vote today, the chair called it. All in favor of Remo v.ing Barbara Hayes. Hands shot up, a tidal wave. Only 4 stayed down, her loyalists. Barbara Hayes removed, the chair declared. She froze, pale. You'll regret this, she whispered. No, I said. You will. Security escorted her out, her empire dust. A week later, the city struck. A cease and desist order hit Barbara's door, dismantled the toll booth. Neighbors watched, sipping lemonade, as a backhoe crushed it. Barbara stood on her porch, clutching her blazer, shamed. Then charges: obstruction, fraud, harassment. She walked into court, handcuffed, hair messy, power gone. The final blow? Her house was on land slated for transit expansion. Ignored notices bit her back. Eminent domain claimed her home. She screamed when the letter came. MOVYing trucks arrived, no one helped. I watched her car leave, feeling not triumph, but justice slow, sweet, and brutal. Barbara didn't go quietly. 2 days before her deadline, she gave a shrill speech on her lawn. I brought order, Dave muttered. She brought parking tickets for breathing. Her belongings cracked plaques, bubble-wrapped gnomes were loaded sloppily. She tripped over a sprinkler, face planting in grass. Someone clapped. Her SUV peeled out, bumper dented, window chalked. HOA tyrant. We didn't ask who did it. I played Sweet Home Alabama on a speaker. The crowd roared. Marigolds bloomed where her booth stood, yellow, her hated color. Kids biked again. BBQs returned. Sophie and Lisa planted a sign. No toll. Just kindness. I stood on that gravel, exhaling. Not VY Torah restoration. Dave handed me coffee. Where'd the toll money go? He asked. I shrugged. City's digging. Fraud, maybe. He grinned. Bet she's tolling a Florida sidewalk now. We laughed, sitting on the curb, feet in the road. No honks, no flags, just our street free. Think we'd win? Dave asked. Not at first, I said. But she built walls. We built a door. The sun set, sprinklers hummed, and a dog barked. What now? Dave said. I stood. We live. We vote. We protect each other. We don't forget. He smiled. Run for HOA president? I snorted. Hell no. You've got my vote, he said. I looked at the road, chains gone, fear gone. Barbara never got it. The road belongs to those who walk it together.